Did you know that by the time you are 80 years old, your muscle mass might have already shrunk by half compared to when you were younger? Sarcopenia is a devastating disease that robs millions of people worldwide of their independence. It affects over 50 million seniors, and weak muscles contribute to over 300,000 elderly people being hospitalized each year due to falls. But here is the shocking part. Research published in the Journal of Physiology debunks the idea that severe muscle loss is inevitable with age. Some individuals in their 70s have the strength, function, and even appearance of people decades younger, while the majority of their peers struggle with basic tasks like getting up from a chair or climbing stairs. These super-agers maintain their independence well into their 90s, often outperforming younger individuals in strength tests. They continue to climb mountains and play sports well into their senior years. So what is their secret? It is likely that 93% of seniors are unaware of the habits that can significantly slow down or even reverse age-related muscle loss. Fortunately, researchers at the Mayo Clinic have uncovered these life-changing habits. Unfortunately, most doctors never share these critical habits with their elderly patients, even though they can help them regain lost muscle mass well into their 70s and 80s. According to scientists at Harvard Medical School, many of the habits proven essential for maintaining muscle strength as we age are actually at odds with the advice many doctors give. Keep reading, because the first habit might be something you are doing wrong every single day, and it could be speeding up muscle atrophy. Fixing this could mean the difference between enjoying your golden years independently or needing help from others. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more valuable health tips. Before we dive in, let us know where you are watching from in the comments. Let's get started. Habit number 7, hormetic stress. One of the paradoxical habits of strong 80-year-olds is subjecting themselves to hormetic stress, a specific type of stress. Hormesis is the phenomenon where substances that could be toxic at higher doses have positive effects when exposed at lower levels. What doesn't kill you, quite literally, makes you stronger, especially when it comes to muscle maintenance. According to studies conducted by the Buck Institute for Research on Aging, brief exposures to certain stressors trigger cellular defense mechanisms that help protect and even enhance muscle function and growth in older individuals. Temperature variation is one of the main hormetic stressors used by healthy seniors. It activates brown fat, increases mitochondrial biogenesis, and stimulates adiponectin, a hormone that protects muscle tissue from degradation. Brief exposure to cold, such as ending your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water or taking a cold plunge, can be beneficial for muscle health. Saunas and hot tubs work in a similar way, triggering heat shock proteins that help repair and protect muscle cells. A Finnish study showed that regular sauna use over 10 years was linked to 40% less muscle loss compared to non-sauna users. Regular sauna use was defined as 4 to 7 times per week. Intermittent fasting, or restricting eating to a narrow window, is the second hormetic stressor. To improve muscle quality and stimulate autophagy, the cellular cleansing process, super-agers, typically restrict their eating to 8 to 10 hours each day without causing weight loss. This technique can boost mitochondrial activity in muscles by up to 10% in just 12 weeks, according to research from the Salk Institute. Muscle contractions, though brief but intense, are the third hormetic stressor. Engaging in isometric exercises where you push or pull stationary objects to their limit for 5 to 10 seconds at maximum effort is a common form of exercise for super-agers. These short, forceful contractions keep muscle cells large and active without straining the joints too much. The key to the effectiveness of these stressors lies in their unpredictability. They need to be short, followed by sufficient recovery time. When administered properly, these controlled stressors activate longevity genes, such as FOXOs and sirtuins, which are primarily responsible for maintaining muscle mass as we age. Slowly ease into these habits until you can build up a tolerance. The goal is not to overwhelm your system. You want to aim for gentle, beneficial stress. Protein consumption timing strategy. Habit number 6. While protein intake is a significant concern for older adults, research shows that the timing of protein consumption may be even more crucial. Scientists refer to the gradual decline in the body's ability to utilize protein as anabolic resistance. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition suggests that, contrary to popular belief, older adults should not consume all their protein in one meal. Instead, protein should be distributed throughout the day. The muscle protein synthesis window opens about 3 to 4 hours after each meal. A common mistake many older adults make is consuming all their protein at dinner, meaning they do not get enough protein throughout the day to stimulate muscle growth. The best approach is to spread meals throughout the day and aim to consume 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal. For example, instead of having cereal or bread in the morning, try eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. Lean meats, fish, dairy products, or plant-based protein sources like beans and lentils should be included in lunch and dinner. Compared to consuming the same amount of protein in fewer meals, this distribution method can enhance muscle protein synthesis by up to 25%, according to a 12-week study conducted by the University of Texas. Participants in the study gained an average of 1.2 pounds of muscle without changing any other aspects of their lifestyle. If you want your muscles to thrive or prevent muscle loss, simply eating protein isn't enough. Timing your intake is equally important. Habit number 5, optimize vitamin D levels. Did you know that the muscle vitamin is deficient in over 80% of older adults? A lack of vitamin D quietly weakens muscle strength. Let me explain. The benefits of vitamin D go beyond just bone health. Researchers at Harvard University discovered that vitamin D activates genes involved in muscle building and synthesis. To develop and maintain muscle mass, your cells contain vitamin D receptors, which, when activated, initiate these processes. A groundbreaking study published in JAMA Internal Medicine showed that older adults with optimal vitamin D levels had 25% greater muscle strength compared to those with deficient levels. Additionally, they demonstrated improved reaction time, coordination, and balance key factors in fall prevention. Deficiency in vitamin D is defined as levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter, while super-agers typically maintain vitamin D levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter. So, what are the best strategies for supplementing vitamin D? While sunlight exposure is beneficial, its effectiveness declines with age. This is because the body's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight decreases by 50% from ages 20 to 65. The recommended daily intake is 600 international units, but this is quite low, and most older adults will need supplementation. Research shows that most older adults require between 2,000 to 4,000 international units per day to achieve appropriate vitamin D levels. Include vitamin D-rich foods in your diet, such as fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified milk. Aim for 15 to 20 minutes of direct sunlight exposure around midday, if possible. How much vitamin D does your body need? Consult with your doctor for a blood test, and to prevent muscle wasting, try to maintain your vitamin D levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter. Habit number 4, manage inflammation daily. So, what do healthy older adults have in common? Interestingly, they tend to have relatively low levels of inflammation. Recent studies have concluded that inflammaging, a term used to describe chronic low-level inflammation, plays a significant role in muscle mass loss in older adults. Muscle protein is broken down faster than the body can replace it due to this silent inflammation process. But that's not all. Inflammation also inhibits anabolic signals, which normally promote muscle growth in response to exercise and protein intake. Irrespective of protein consumption or exercise routines, older adults with higher inflammation markers lose muscle 3 times faster than those with lower inflammation levels, according to a key study from Tufts University. There are several anti-inflammatory strategies used by healthy older adults that many people may not be aware of. The first priority for them is getting quality sleep, which is achieved by going to bed at the same time each night and sleeping in a completely dark room. Poor sleep can accelerate muscle loss by increasing inflammatory cytokines by up to 40%. Secondly, they pay close attention to their digestive health. Changes in the gut microbiome related to aging are a direct cause of systemic inflammation, according to recent research from the University of California. Their diet consists of a wide variety of plant-based foods, over 30 types each week, along with fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut, which contain natural probiotics and are rich in daily fiber intake. Thirdly, they plan their exercise intensity carefully. Maintaining flexibility is essential, but older adults should avoid high-intensity workouts as these can increase inflammation. Healthy older adults typically engage in moderate exercise daily, with 1 or 2 high-intensity intervals each week. Lastly, they regularly consume anti-inflammatory substances such as omega-3 fatty acids, 2 to 3 grams daily from fatty fish or supplements, curcumin, which is turmeric extract, and polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. Researchers at the University of California found that inflammation markers can increase by up to 29% in just 12 weeks due to age-related changes in the gut microbiome. A simple blood test that measures high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, HSCRP, can help you track your inflammation levels. Compared to typical older adults, healthy individuals usually maintain levels below 1.0 milligrams per liter. Habit number 3, take 1 vitamin every day. While most dietary recommendations focus on macronutrients like protein, carbohydrates, and fats, older adults with impressive muscle strength often pay close attention to micronutrients that specifically support protein synthesis and muscle function. These essential nutrients act as catalysts, allowing your body to fully utilize the protein you consume and the benefits from exercise. Without them, no amount of protein or exercise can prevent muscle loss. Researchers from the University of Vermont have referred to magnesium as the forgotten electrolyte for muscle health, making it a natural priority. This mineral is crucial for over 300 enzymatic reactions related to muscle function, and more than 70% of the older population is magnesium deficient. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2021 showed that older adults with adequate magnesium levels had 30% stronger grip strength and significantly better physical activity levels than those with even mild magnesium deficiencies. In addition to supplementing magnesium in highly absorbable forms such as magnesium glycinate or threonate, healthy older adults frequently consume magnesium-rich foods such as dark leafy greens, seeds, nuts, and dark chocolate. Creatine comes in second place. It is not just for beginners in bodybuilding. Compared to strength training alone, creatine supplementation enhances muscle mass, strength, and cognitive function in older adults. A 2015 study by McMaster University showed that creatine supplementation boosted energy production in muscles and retained water within muscle cells. Next is methylated vitamin B12, a type of B vitamin often overlooked because stomach acid production decreases with age, reducing the body's ability to absorb vitamin B12. Common medications like proton pump inhibitors and metformin, which are widely used, also significantly lower vitamin B12 levels. This deficiency affects both nerve function and energy production in muscles. The methylcobalamin form of vitamin B12 is typically recommended over the cheaper cyanocobalamin found in most multivitamins. Trace minerals, such as zinc, selenium, and chromium, also play vital roles in promoting protein synthesis and insulin sensitivity, key factors for nutrient transportation to muscle tissue. Optimal levels of these minerals are linked to maintaining 22% more muscle mass over 5 years, according to a study from Tufts University. Nutrient testing can help older adults identify their specific deficiencies and supplement appropriately, rather than relying on generic multivitamins. This approach can save money and avoid unnecessary treatments. Protecting the neuromuscular connection. Habit number 2. An interesting fact that many older adults may not know is that when muscles shrink, it is not just the muscle fibers that are affected, but also the neuromuscular junctions. These junctions act like electrical outlets, powering your muscles. As these connections begin to degenerate, especially after the age of 60, no diet or exercise routine can help the brain effectively communicate with your muscles. Recent studies from the University of Michigan have shown that healthy older adults maintain much better neuromuscular connections compared to their peers. The researchers have also identified behaviors that can protect or even repair these crucial links. In the first workout, you will perform predetermined movements with coordination and precision. Research suggests that compared to typical strength training or just walking, activities such as Tai Chi, dancing, tennis, or even ping pong can significantly improve the pathways from the brain to the muscles, enhancing the neuromuscular connection. These exercises require your nervous system to activate muscle fibers in specific patterns. A 2020 study found that individuals who participated in coordination-heavy activities twice a week had 31% better neuromuscular connectivity than those who only engaged in typical physical training. The chemicals that protect neuromuscular health are a key focus of the second approach. Studies have shown that alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl L-carnitine can prevent oxidative damage at the neuromuscular junction. Additionally, certain forms of B1, such as benfotiamine and huperzine found in the Chinese club moss, can increase acetylcholine levels, the neurotransmitter responsible for muscle activation, which is particularly encouraging. One of the most fascinating findings is the connection between mental activities and the maintenance of neuromuscular connections. A landmark study from Columbia University revealed that older adults preserved their muscle function better when they regularly engaged in cognitively challenging activities. Since the neuromuscular system and the brain share many neural pathways, researchers discovered that mental exercises have a direct positive impact on the neuromuscular system. With these techniques to protect the neuromuscular connection, healthy older adults can maintain their neuromuscular pathways well into their 80s and beyond, allowing them to effectively activate muscle fibers. The first habit is gradual strength training over time. The most important habit that distinguishes healthy older adults from others is what experts at Tufts University consider the most powerful anti-aging medicine: strength training. However, it is not the way most older adults typically approach it. Healthy older individuals who maintain remarkable strength for their age combat the biological processes of muscle atrophy by engaging in targeted strength training programs. Most older adults do not realize one crucial fact: muscles operate on the use it or lose it principle, with one important exception. To preserve muscle mass, you must challenge them progressively. Simply maintaining moderate weights over extended periods is not enough to keep muscle after the age of 60. So, what sets the approach of healthy older adults apart? First, they focus on intensity, not duration. 2 weeks of high-intensity training done to the point where you cannot continue with proper form has been shown to result in better muscle growth for older adults than 5 weeks of moderate intensity exercise. The key is reaching the point where you cannot continue with correct technique. Additionally, they emphasize compound movements that engage multiple muscle groups at once and consistently track their progress. They also pay attention to the eccentric phase, lowering the weights during exercises, which is crucial for strengthening muscles without placing excessive stress on the joints. If you choose to implement just one of these habits, start with progressive strength training. If you decide to begin, to make sure you are doing it correctly, meet with a trainer first, then gradually increase the intensity according to your fitness level. Just 2 30-minute sessions each week can have a profound impact on your aging process. So, these are 7 science-backed habits contributing to the remarkable muscle strength that some older adults still maintain well into their 80s. Pick one habit you can easily start with today and gradually incorporate the others. Investing effort today into building your strength and independence will yield long-term benefits. Now it is your turn. Are you already practicing any of these 7 habits? If so, which one surprised you? Do you know any older adults in your life who have remarkable strength for their age? Share your thoughts in the comments below and tell us about yourself and your experiences. We truly appreciate you taking the time to watch.